topic which you have taken today is about market trends and business opportunities in EV. Since we have seen a lot of lectures with related to the technical aspects of EV, today we have decided to go on with the various business trends and opportunities where we can explore on the basis of our maybe the business skills or entrepreneurship skills where if we are trying to start a we're planning to start a business, will make it a deal or will have an insight on that. So first and foremost thing, it's as usual at KPR we work on UNSDG goals, and all our activities are related to UNSDG goals, and we are proud to say that we have been ranked at 1001 plus band all over the world, and we have contributed to the various aspects through various activities, and we are really happy to that. And with respect to this FDP as concerned, we are concentrating on SDG 7, which is about affordable and clean energy, and also about sustainable cities and community, where our activities, either through knowledge sharing or projects, will help towards the better goal of the nation, or better it would make our place a better place to live and so on. So for this FDP, we have chosen our SDG as 7, where we are talking about clean energy directly or indirectly. Electrical vehicles play its role in the creation of energy as well, and with the increase in the petrol prices day by day, we are intended to move towards the renewable energy as well, and it also helps us in creating an awareness, and people have started moving towards electrical vehicles, which would see the market trends, which we will discuss in the upcoming slides, and the need for power. And with digitalization, we have moved a bit, but still the usage of renewable energy is less when compared to the other engines, and the population and the pollution are also increasing in a linear manner, which will be eradicated in due course of time. So, as responsible engineers and as a part of our team, we would request every participant to contribute towards the 17 SDG goals in whatever possible ways they can do, so that we will be responsible citizens of this country and make this country a better place to live for the future generation. So, to talk about the presentation, we'll have I'll touch on the topics of electric vehicles, maybe few news articles and trends, government policies, charging infrastructure, and a little intro on cyber physical system, as we have included in the FTB target. So the talk will be mostly covering the basics and the market trends. So we are not going deep into the technicalities, as there are much more sessions which are planned, which will definitely talk on the technical aspects. So moving on, the first we are talking about the evolution of the electric vehicles. We all know we have been using the conventional IC engines, and with the increase in the rapid rate of fuel prices, we are not able to manage. So there is a combination of hybrid electric vehicle, and we have seen a lot of vehicles coming nowadays, where we will use the combination of both IC engines and electric vehicles as well. Slowly, we have the trend is moving towards plug-in hybrid electric vehicle, where the difference between your hybrid electric vehicle and plug-in electric vehicle is that we can, in hybrid electric vehicle, we have the only fuel tank which can be filled with either petrol or diesel, but in plug-in hybrid electric vehicle, we will be able to charge our battery, so that we will be able to, the range of the vehicle improves with the implementation of plug-in hybrid vehicle. We also have a hydrogen fuel electric vehicle, where our hydrogen is converted into fuel, is used as a fuel, and we are filling it with hydrogen. The same is being used as a propellant and we are converting it into energy, and we are making use of the vehicle. Next is purely battery operated electric vehicle, where the vehicle is fully jam packed with batteries, which are charged at various locations, Maybe we'll talk about hint about Tesla as well in the upcoming slide. So in this presentation, the talk will be majorly concerned about the plug-in hybrid electric vehicle and battery-operated battery electric vehicle, and the market trends, how how the business is on, and what are the opportunities which are available with respect to charging, with respect to chargers, or various other opportunities which are available for researchers will be discussed in depth. So some of the latest news which have been published in the year in July of this month, July 2021 is as follows. Suzuki prepares launch first electric car in India. It will be hitting the market in 2025. And India's largest public EV charging station is being created in Manhattan Electric Station. These are real current news which are getting where where we can say that India is shifting its gear towards from conventional vehicle to electric vehicle. And another important aspect is the Hirdani EVRE impact to create India's largest EV charging enabled township. Nowadays, we have started moving to live towards the apartments where we have our own maintenance area, park area. In future days to come, we will have the usage of a charging station will be a necessity commodity where the real estaters will try to push on and they will make it as the walking area and the gardens are made the compulsory in such villa type buildings. These types of charging stations will also be used in the near futures to come, which we will make it happen. Next, Nissan is exploring electric vehicle ecosystem in India. So every other car manufacturers are trying to get a hold in Indian market, and they are trying to establish their business in India, as India is a very populated country and the scope for development in their business is very much high. And we know that Ola is trying to prepare its scooters, and we are started getting the registration of new Ola electric vehicle in the nowadays in wherever we go, and we see it in the newspapers, we see it in the Facebook feeds where their promise is that they have produced the first and world's most advanced factory, which involves a lot of robotics automation to create the electric scooters, and they promise that they provide a scooter at a minimum of 2 seconds. That is at a very terrible rate, and the job opportunities with respect to Ola, we are expecting a huge opportunities for the students and for as well as young researchers, so that we'll be able to explore the various domains of electric vehicle with respect to power saving concept or improving the range or integrating the renewable energy or dealing with the data which is available with that and making this city a smarter one. So these are the topics which news which have arisen only during July. We have taken only 3 or 4 news from July, and all these news talk about the various advances which is taking place in India. So we can assure that there is a suitable shift in momentum towards the electric vehicle when compared to the conventional vehicle. And with respect to EV initiative, the Clean Energy Ministerial is trying to. Is my slide changing?
Yes, sir, it's changing, sir. No issue.
Okay, that's it. So with respect to clean energy, we have ministerial. It is an forum where it is a combination of many countries, many who are part of as members, and they have worked a lot of ways in order to create a cleaner and greener country. And we can be proud that India is part of that initiative, Clean Energy Ministry. And the scope of this ministry is to improvise the quality of living in every country by implementing various schemes which have been built for the betterment of the people. And these are the few campaigns they have started in all the countries. And with respect to electric vehicle, we have two which is concentrating on the thing. One is global commercial vehicle drive to zero campaign, and another is EV 30 by 30 increasing uptake of electric vehicles. These are the two uh, campaigns which they have concentrated in the field of electric vehicles. The other things they have other schemes they have incorporated are nearly zero energy buildings, power system stability, uh, global lighting challenge, or advanced power plant flexibility, advanced cooling challenge. And these are certain campaigns they have these campaigns that they have their own values. And each government is given a target to work on that, so that we will be able to complete the target and move towards the sustainable world. First, we'll talk about global commercial vehicles drive to zero campaign, where only in India we have not started using higher locomotives, which are our higher heavy motor vehicles are using conventional engines, whereas in other countries they have started moving their campaign towards electric vehicle. So the challenge is that it is to convert all the high power, heavyweight motor vehicles into uh, electric vehicles, so that we will be able to reduce the greenhouse gases emission. And the work on moving it towards it is on. Next, we have with respect to EV 3030, it is a campaign where it is to increase the sales of EV by 30% by 2030. And we are various policies and various forums are discussing various ways in which the increase in the sale of electrical vehicle is supported. They either may be in the form of two-wheelers, three-wheelers, or four-wheelers. And we will be able to support the campaign once the government has started. Now the government has started giving very much initiatives and many incentives for the buyers. We'll see the trend with respect to that in other states. In this campaign, they have started with global program on electromobility and EV pilot city program, where they talk about making the entire city a fully EV operated city, where they install charging infrastructures, work on a small city, so that they can expand it to a bigger city with a lot of, uh, for understanding the nuances in the building of infrastructure, we'll be able to make pilot cities from which we'll be able to expand it to the bigger one. And for which various studies have been made in different countries, and many manufacturers and many supporters are there in helping the countries to become self-competent. And the government also offers funds in training and helps the training and capacity buildings as well. And the goal of this global EV pilot city program is to achieve at least 100 EV friendly cities over the next 5 years. And we hope in India we get at least 5 cities which are fully PV pilot city program, which could be used. And we should make the public also to be work as a to work to change the mindset towards electric vehicle in this, so that we'll be able to achieve these small campaigns which directly or indirectly helps in the operation of the vehicles, and also the achievement of the targets which our country is facing. Next, moving on to the trends of the electrical vehicle. This is a report which has been generated from International Energy Agency, so that we'll be able to have an analysis of various trends which is available in the market. Here we could see the first graph tells us about the various countries which are playing a major role in the world of EV, and the type of electric vehicles that they have been using in those countries from 2010 to 2020. We could see that China and Europe are playing a major role, followed by United States, and all other countries are coming with other condition, which is very much a pity state, because almost China and market of electric vehicle in China and Europe are almost around 8.25 million, and the other constitute only other 2%. In the right side flowchart, we could see that the plug-in drive, uh, the vehicles are being used very much, and then comes the light commercial vehicles, followed by the buses. And there is a small, as the buses are getting transformed, and maybe in the yesterday's session you might have seen about the various charging techniques and stuff. With these implementation, the foreign countries have started using the to make the commercialize the electric vehicles such as in buses, so that the profit could be achieved in a quicker succession. So, this is a study about the various uh, sales during the last 10 years of vehicle study. Here we can definitely see that the China is leading the way in the field of electric vehicle, followed by Europe, both in their battery operated electric vehicle and plug-in hybrid type electric vehicle. And we are nowhere in the race, as but still we are in the early stage when compared to establishing the various infrastructures which are related to the charging of the electric vehicle. So few of the points which were helping to helping these countries are, it is about the supportive regulatory framework which is formed by the government, which helps them to keep up the mission that of increasing the fleet of electric vehicles. And it also, government also plans a lot of initiatives which are used to help the buyers with the initiative. Maybe they are reducing the taxes, they are reducing the uh, other benefits, increasing the other benefits, so that the sale of EV is higher when compared to other types of vehicles. And with improvement in the models of electric vehicles, the difficulty or the improvement in the technology has helped the people to have a continued improvement or continued interest towards the electric vehicle technology. And they are in EU about. And with initially the electric vehicles were costly because of the battery. Nowadays, with various models being established, the cost of the battery also is getting down, and the sale is getting higher. This is a study about the various countries which are the sale or the market trend for all the countries in the over a period of time, where we are seeing only the sectors such as battery operated electric vehicles and plug-in hybrid electric vehicles. We could see from the figure that Europe has beaten, maybe the trend in Europe has overcome, surpassed the trend in China. This is because China has started reducing the incentives which is given by the government, and Europe has extended its benefits. So the sales in Europe has got up a huge effect, and you could see the slope. It has taken an immense growth, and you can remember that we are in the pandemic situation right now, and the sales in Europe is high, but comparatively, when we see the sales for all those 5 years, China is at the top. Uh, and the other countries are in the race, but as not as much with in competition with either with China and Europe. And the sad part with India is that again we are in the others position, which is very meager in strength. Other countries are also showing a shift in technology and within the sales of electric vehicles, and Germany is showing a steep improvement with other when compared to other set of vehicles, and there are around 399,000 vehicles which have been sold in Germany. So, start to understand the amount of money which is spent by the government as well as the people. So, here we can say that initially the government has spent more money when compared to the consumers. Maybe the percentage as at the initial state as was high in order to promote the usage of electrical vehicles. But as the trend is growing, the government has stopped promoting, not stopped promoting, but reduced its fund allocation towards electric vehicle, which has been a major part in the upliftment of the vehicle also. And this is the amount of cost they have spent, and maybe in quite some time they may even reduce the incentives as everyone has started moving towards electric vehicles. And maybe we could see these type of incentives are converted for using the building up of new infrastructure with the integration of renewable sources as well. The building up of charging infrastructure along with conventional power grid, we are facing a lot of problems, and there are a lot of sessions which will cover about the various scheduling problems, the load factor problems which are happening. So we'll assume that we'll have a sustainable world by with the integration of renewable energy and the charging station, so that we'll have a better place to live on. This is a graph which will show the various types of cars which have been adopted in different types of countries. This is all related to the electric vehicle models which are available, and here you can see China is are more passionate about SUVs, and they are interested to their interest towards buying SUVs is higher when compared to European Union. And you can see the ranges of vehicle which have been available in the model from 2015 to 2020 is vast. With the improvement in technology and charging infrastructure which is available, will be able to utilize various parameters, or maybe the facilities of the car has improved, and will be able to use the sophisticated life which was found in the conventional vehicle is now being made available with electric vehicle. And we had a session on sensors, and maybe yesterday morning by Dr. Satya, where she talked about the usage of same type of sensors in a conventional vehicle along with electric vehicle. These types of sophistication will help us to move our attention towards the electrical vehicle in future as well, and the models are increasing day by day in the other countries. So this is just a same type of parameter with different representation. So this is about the various light vehicles which are light commercial vehicles which have been used for transportation of goods, and we are nowhere near the Chinese people or the European people in terms of this we are losing this comparison because of the non-availability or non-establishment of the infrastructure in Indian conditions. Whereas there, they have made the available infrastructure ready for electric vehicles. With the development of infrastructure development as well as the new model rising, they are able to cope up with the charging and energy management system. Whereas in India, we have not entered to that level. We are celebrating the charging opening of charging station in a public apartments, but they have each home has is supported by an electric vehicle. Like we have a gas connection at home, they have a charging station at home. So you are that is why the reason we are not in the race with these China and European countries. A comparison made between the amount of trucks and buses available in other countries. Uh, in India, maybe we might have heard a news in the last year. Maybe we have our buses have entered for we have entered into the electric vehicle domain where we are concentrating on the buses first. Maybe we are in Pune, Maharashtra. They have implemented few of the electric buses which are used for transportation purposes. And trucks, we are the long way, but still the European countries are at the higher rate. And China people are again dominating in this uh, sector of vehicles. So few of the parameters or barriers which the companies tell us because why their sale of electric vehicle is not up to the mark is that there are not lack of there is 67% of the people say that there is lack of charging facilities and 54% say operational change or impacts which are with respect to charging time. We Indians are a little bit it's at a higher impatient at a higher rate when compared to other people, and we are maybe with the usage of phones nowadays we are addicted to phone charging. We are not able to make allow the phone to get charged to 100%, but similarly will not be able, we do not have the patience to make our vehicle to charge 100% as well. And the other reason, what the 64% of people say, is a lot of lack of appropriate EV type. Maybe they are not getting the model of vehicle, the type maybe sedan or SUV or the. It depends upon various parameters with respect to battery size, car modeling, and all those stuff. High voltage, security system, data hacking, and all those stuff. So maybe we'll see to this in the upcoming slide. And there are in few countries the landscape of EV, or we have not developed or concentrated the policies with respect to the evolution of electric vehicles. And most of the countries have drafted their policy. At only 2% the policy has to be in line with the uh, electric vehicle generation as well, or the manufacturing as well. And 58% of people say that the capital cost of electric vehicles are high. Yes, we agree to that, and the government is planning, and it has started giving its initiative incentives and terms. Uh, well, incentives, even though the government gives incentives, we feel that the cost is on the higher side. And next, with respect to battery demand, here we can see that the demand for batteries, the lithium-ion batteries, are high, and we have seen most of the vehicles have been using lithium-ion batteries, and the demand for such vehicles are increasing day by day, and we could see the gigawatt hour per year. In 2050, it was around 38, 39. Now it's around 160, and in the again the attention for towards the battery in those conditions, those countries are high, so will not be able to. For the other countries, we have to make proper arrangements for in order to compensate for the lithium-ion batteries. Next, a small idea on fuel cell electric vehicle technology. Here we could see that Korea is at 29%, where they have their own hydrogen refueling station, and next comes around United States and then China. But these type of vehicles need the same problem with fuel cell electric vehicle is that the charging stations which are available are not as far with the charging stations which are available with electric vehicles or plug-in electric vehicles. And with increase in the sector which the fuel cell electric vehicles is focusing is on plug-in drivetrains when compared to the buses and trucks. So there is a shift in momentum from China, but then it is Korea. But the same has to be maintained, and in with the implementation of suitable charging suitable refueling of hydrogen cells as well. A survey on the amount of chargers available in various parts of the country. We might have discussed on various types of chargers which are available in the country, the slow chargers, DC chargers, AC chargers, and fast chargers. Here we are just seeing the amount of the quantity of numbers in terms of thousands. We are with respect to 2020, we have around 398 or 399 fast EVSE charges and 900,000 slow EVSE charges. The slow EVSE charges are installed at homes, so every home or an apartment will be will be installing these type of charges so that we'll be able to utilize them in a better manner. So the amount of slow EV stock is higher when compared to fast EVSE stocks. Here is a study about the various vehicle technology. The prime reason to have this chart or comparison is that this is where our country India is coming. So when compared to the other countries, the sales percentage is less, but we are in the race when compared to the other countries, and we are slowly shifting our gears towards electric vehicles. Here you could see that China is around 80%, and we are in the half of it, which is around 40%. Hope in the next 5 years, and with the reduction in the effect of pandemic, we'll be able to achieve, because the government has framed a lot of policies which are supporting or contributing towards the sale of EV in the Indian scenarios, which we will see with the once the Ola started delivering its electric scooters. Automatically the trend might change and we will be able to have a good number of vehicles available. So this is a study which shows the amount of sales in India, especially the electric vehicle sales in India. We could see that in March we have sold around 26,073 electric vehicles in March, because this is a time where we have all the town, all the cities, we were free from the first lockdown. We had a month time before the second lockdown has started. So we could see that the increase in the sales of electrical vehicle in India. We are there in the race, but it is not up to the comparison level with other countries. Maybe people have started enjoying the benefits of electric vehicle, and these combination includes all type of vehicle, maybe two wheelers, three wheelers, or four wheelers as well. And with talking about the percentage of vehicle which are being used, we could see Uttar Pradesh is with 19 percentage, and they have Assam is with 12, Maharashtra is 11, and Tamil Nadu is 10, and all others are at a meager rate. And we should adopt a model so that every state is implementing suitable policies, and the policies are implemented in order to have a better infrastructure. With the increase in policies towards infrastructure of charging infrastructure, we will have a steady increase in the sale of electric vehicle as well. So a study on the various competitors who are in India. This is with two wheelers. We have Ather, Ampere, Okiwan Electric, Hero Electric, and our concentration is on March. Maybe we could see, if you remember, 26,000 vehicles were sold in March, out of which 10,500 are with respect to two wheelers. Maybe we'll have the specification of this type of vehicle at below slides. This is with respect to three-wheelers auto. We have a combination of both cargos and passenger vehicles which are being utilized, and we could see the passenger autos are at higher level, and people have started moving towards three-wheelers, passenger autos because with increase in fuel prices that their business should not be affected, and they have made a wise decision. And these are the amount of vehicles which have been sold during the month of March. We can see it is around 11,423, and it shows a good sign. Maybe in a couple of months, if all these lockdowns are over, we might again we could see the rise in electric vehicle trend. With respect to four wheelers, we have this is with respect to India alone. We have shifted to from a global outlook to Indian EV outlook, where these are the people who are in India who have been manufacturing electric vehicles, or they are selling the electric vehicles. Here we could see Tata Motors are the front runners with respect to electric vehicle, where in May 20 there were only 82 units sold, whereas in March 2021 we have around 876. Maybe if we take the comparison with May, it is around 234, and we have to keep in mind that those areas in the middle regions we were in the first lockdown, and many due to pandemic might also be a reason for our reduced sale in EV sector. A general view on Hero Electric, because why maybe we'll have a look at the model. This is in order to see why people have made this Hero Electric vehicle to as their favorite. They have a lot of specifications, or sorry, maybe a lot of brands, or a lot of sectors where the same the variant is the same, where the battery type is around advanced lithium ion. The number of battery is single battery. The point where we can concentrate is upon the motor type and the motor power. It is around 250 watt, and the charge type of charger, it is the same for LX series, whereas for HX series the uh, number of batteries which are available varies from single battery to triple battery, and the battery capacity rating also changes. So these are the models which are available with Hero Electric, and the people have started moving towards Hero Electric, maybe due to the availability of various models. According to their place, they might have shifted to these models. And next is with three wheelers. Three wheelers, we are talking about Mahindra. Here also we have a set of models which they have implemented. Here we could see that the speed of the vehicle and the difference is shown with the speed of the vehicle and the range of the vehicle. Here you can see the first two models have the speed of 55 kilometer per hour, whereas the third and fourth have a speed of 24.5 kilometers per hour, and there is a difference in the charging time as well and the charging condition as well, and the installed capacity of the battery is also is varying with respect to these models. So let's move on to the development policy development in India. So what are all the our government has planned, and how we'll be able to make it to the next level with respect to planning? We will be able to see a lot of people are involved, and lots of ministry are involved. So the few of the ministries which are involved are Ministry of Heavy Industries and Public Enterprises, Ministry of Road Transport and Highways, Ministry of Power, the Ministry of Science and Technology, Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. So the role of Ministry of Heavy Industries is that they have been uh, they have been instrumental in launching NEMMP and FAME schemes, which are focusing mainly on the dispersing of financial incentives. And Ministry of Power works on the various schemes which can be used for the development of electric vehicle, the charging infrastructure which will be developed. And science and technology, it is funded by Ministry of heavy industries and public, and they are helping in this electric mobility standardization with respect to engine conditions. And Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs are making the commercial and other residential buildings to have parking space which can accommodate electric charging facilities, and they are giving incentives, and they are arranging stakeholders or suitable partners for the implementation of such system. So our policy is based on few parameters, and in the previous discussion we might have talked about game, which was about faster adoption and manufacturing of electric vehicle. Now we are in the second phase of game. We are in game two, where we are focusing on various sectors of vehicle with the government giving more amount of incentives. We are also talking about facilitating the cities to smart cities, so that we will have as a part of our EV 3030 campaign, we'll be able to have a mini vehicle which could be used as a part of charging station, and which will be make our city which will make our city right. Next, we'll have to concentrate on charging infrastructures, where we have to make a compromise on the power quality issues. We have to. There is a lot of research going on drafting the infrastructure technology with respect to regulations and other aspects. And there are a lot of statutory bodies which are exploring various safety norms as well with respect to tariff standards, business models, and there is a scope for many private agencies, so that if they are able to manage their infrastructure facility proper with in a better manner, they will have very good business. And we are trying to create incentives, and a part of type of giving incentive is by reducing the GST which are with respect to electric vehicle. And one more sector where we are doing is we are creating demand, where we are focusing on the smart cities, city-led and the same schemes, where a lot of a particular city is being taken as a model or a trial experimental purpose, and we are trying to do all those things. And these are the various yeah, steps which are taken. We started in the year 2010 with alternate fuel for surface transportation program. Then we moved on with the National Electric Mobility Mission program in 2013, and then we moved on to FAME, which was from FAME 1 and FAME 2, where we were given incentives in buying electric vehicle, maybe from where here we could see it is from 1000, maybe for a two-wheeler it is from 1800 to 22,000. And in 2018, we are working with charging stations. Now, the opportunities for people like us is that we can be either be a car manufacturer, or we may own a charging station, or we can start a business with respect to battery management or battery repair on all this stuff. The other aspects of is that when we own a apartment or a building space, or we own a shop, we'll be able to give it as a we'll be able to install these infrastructures, where we'll be making money indirectly with the services which we are providing to the users. And there are a lot of ways where we can use these type of vehicles. We can integrate renewable energy sources with these type of chargers, and we will be able to study the various connection between the physical world and the cyber world, and we have to maintain that data, so that suitable algorithms are implemented, and we'll be able to suitably analyze a perfect match in the harmony of the power grid, and not aggravate the power quality issues which are available in the system. and we may not we have a better business opportunity so that we'll be able to match such parameters as well. So few of the policies or plans which could be we could use is that when we have single family owners, it talks about the various plans which are available in foreign countries, and the same can be adopted in Indian countries also. Like just we have a common motor for getting the water to the tank. We might have a common charging facility which is available in the flats. We can give a scheduling time for usage of these type of chargers, and the bill of the charging can be implemented to the person who's staying in the house. For commercial, even for commercial location, we can plan either for a movie mall. We have it is like establishing a petrol bunk. We can establish an EV charging infrastructure with the available facilities at home, so that with the improvement in EV model and the increase in the buying of EV vehicles, we will have a lot of scope in getting the work done. So few of the essential things which are required is they should have a socket. Maybe we have talked in depth about the various types of onboard and off-board chargers, the level of level of charging which is available. Since these type of topics have been covered at length in various sessions, I'll go through a quicker look at the few of the models which are available. Uh, basically, basically we'll have in AC charging system. Maybe this may be this type of charging system may be new to us, but when compared to, in order to have a general idea, we might have we see these type of the talk is about the general model of such things. So each type of when you visit Siemens company, they have a variety of charging systems which are available for various type of vehicles which are available, maybe for the home system, the home individual home, maybe for apartment, even for fleets of buses which are available. They have a separate charging system available. Here we will just look at a simple functional diagram. We are not going deep into it. Yeah, we have AC grid, we have protection circuits, we have auxiliary power supplies, which we have to control, and we need to have communication and user interfaces so that we'll be able to manage the various accounts. Like now we have been given card, we have been using credit cards and debit cards, and these information we are sending it to a server, and then we are making the payments as well. So when we are talking about the entire system, other than the the main purpose of the charging infrastructure, which is about charging the vehicle safe, the next consideration when it comes to commercialization is the billing part and managing the information as well. So that is where the cyber physical system also comes into contact, and I'll just have a brief talk on that as well at the end of the session. So these things are being covered. So similar as in a DC charging, as with DC charging system, we have various power modules. So these parts are were used for converting our AC supply into DC supply. We have a lot of controllers, gate drivers, because the conversion takes place. We need to have power factor values, and a lot of safety issues also to be considered. And the other parts such as the communication devices, user interface, and protection towards the other environmental studies are to be made into contact. And these type of values or these type of structures store a lot of data, which is with respect to which a lot of models can be generated and will be able to understand the better charging infrastructure. Will be able to provide a better charging infrastructure by involving various programs which are available with the data science. Will able to make a lot of assumptions. Will make a lot of prediction. Will with respect to model of the vehicle. Will be able to carry out a lot of research with respect to the data which is being stored in the vehicle. These type of data can be made available only with better cyber physical system and better storage facility and better sensors which are available. And next is about the wireless charging system, where our lectures have our resource person have talked how various buses are charged when they are running the lane, or when they are getting charged, they are getting induced by electromagnetic field, and they are getting charged on these all these parameters. We have talked about the length, and basically we have two types of chargers: on-board and off-board chargers, where on-board is with the vehicle and the off-board is with the e-charging infrastructure. Almost all the other parameters we have talked in length, and this is how the charging a general system would have. We have our as any AC to DC converter would have a, we have an AC supply. We are getting it into converting into DC. We have filter circuits. We have protection circuits. We have controllers in order to check the temperature of the vehicle, the amount of quality of power which is coming inside the chargers, and how we are communicating, to whom we are communicating, the amount of data which is available at the time at which the a particular charging station is receiving the power. All these detailed data has to be maintained, and the we are starting more in these days. We were talking with the integration of power grid and charging infrastructure. Now countries like China and Europe have crossed that layer, and they have started moving towards industrialization, which is about 4.0, which we will see next. The next session I would like to touch upon the cyber physical systems and electric vehicle, and we know the evolution of industry from industry 1.0 to industry 4.0, where the major difference is that in industry 4.0 we have started communicating with motor robots, and we have made it intelligent, and that has made us a little lazy as well, and we are with a single click of a button we are able to revolutionize things, and we are comfortable when we are with our phones. Maybe we do a lot of with our phones as well. So the main parameters of industrial 4.0 is that it deals with a lot of sensors. It is handling a lot of data. It is dealing with security of those data, and it is controlling the various objects that are related to it. Security of the data is a specific topic where yeah, we might deal with a lot of query on attacking the servers, and all these times we will talk about hacking in machines and all those stuffs. But here, with respect to data, if we talk the amount of maybe someone might hack the system and increase the bill of your charging, which will not be utilized, or the unwanted details such as our bill payment details, maybe our card details, pin details, which you are using for transaction, that may be attacked. So all these parameters are to be considered with respect to charging, and we would definitely love this type of technology, as we have started believing on the digitalization and paying off our bills with phones as well. This is a simple layer which talks about the physical and cyber system layer. It is a combination of physical parameters which are available, and a cyber system which is compressing of data processing unit and a lot of network architectures which are available, and it is sent to so some cloud which is storing all those things. So that is why we call it as a cyber physical system, whereas the cyber part, sometimes we see the laptops or the routers which are available, which are getting stored. The data are converted and they are stored in some virtual place, maybe at a cloud or at a hard disk or at a uh, or some part of the drives. And we have IoT with respect to a lot of sensors have been made, and they are continuously monitoring the operation of our vehicle or the parameters which we are using. These technology can be utilized with maybe when talking about opportunities, we as a company, we can try to create our own charging infrastructures. Maybe we can have an integrated charging infrastructure with the solar PV panels, and we can develop a model maybe with small parameters, like even for with the help of charging a phone, we will be able to for how many hours we are charging, maybe what is the power rating of the type or remote. We should be able to maybe a public charger. Maybe if we try to implement, we'll get to know the good things, and we'll be able to make it to the next level as soon as possible. And the scope of business in this type of handling the data is high. And as we all know that the role of data scientist is data science is the hot topic nowadays. And students are at have a craze towards such topic. And the role for students to be an entrepreneur at this level is also high. So a general diagram depicting the various layers, how they are related. We as electrical engineer, we are related to the below part, which is about generating stations, generating substations, and transmission, distribution, and various renewable energy sources, and types of loads which are available, and the end is the application where we use different parameters, or maybe charging of the phone or TV, laptop, or it can be the application maybe an electric vehicle as well. All these parameters are to be connected to a system, and they collect all these data, and they form an intelligent system which helps us to monitor the various activities which are related to us, and we'll be able to make few business opportunities. I'm not going in detail with the technical aspects, because uh, we are concentrating on the business plans. So we can establish the maybe we'll have a PV plant, we have a charging station, we analyze the data, we send those data to other stations, we charge the vehicle wherever we want. Maybe we have a 3 or 4 charging stations. We'll send the power from here to there, and or there to here. There are difficulties which have to be faced, but still the scope for research and also for business is high with this type of cyber physical systems. So a general block diagram, and it also there are a lot of parameters that has to be taken into consideration when we are talking about. We have discussed about onboard and offboard charges. So a vehicle can either have an onboard and offboard charges, and there can be a lot of charging system which are available. And for each and every layer, we have to take care, and we have to make it the data to reach to a to a, to a better position, so that we'll be able to control the data or analyze it, and make it into a better place to live on, so that the the amount of data transfer is high, and it involves a lot of we are not dealing with a single parameter. There are different equipments which we are charging, and there are a lot of data which we are collecting. For example, maybe in electric vehicle, we have to maybe for a single battery pack we have to consider the temperature of the battery, the amount of charging current. There are a lot of things to be maintained, and they have to be uh, sensitive part which have to be understood, and the same has to be sent, and the same has to be maintained, and the integration should work in proper way so that we'll have a better system to operate. This is a new system where the we are trying to integrate in terms with electric vehicle charging, but we are pretty sure that this will be the talk of the researchers in the next 2 or 3 years down the line. So I hope I've come to the end of the session. There are a lot of opportunities that are there with respect to electrical vehicles. So we are a researcher and we are trying to make it as a product that has a culture of KPRIT. Yeah, we are planning always to make products which will be helpful for the future generations to come. So we expect you to do the same as small projects with respect to the cyber physical systems, so that our students can become very good researchers or entrepreneurs on their own, and we'll be the backbone for them to, as per the words of Jack Ma, opportunities that everyone cannot see are the real opportunities. So I hope I have given a glimpse of all the possible opportunities with respect to Indian market for electrical vehicle, and a general or an overview on cyber physical systems. So thank you. Maybe if you have any queries, I will take it. Or
So participants, if you have any queries, kindly interrupt. The participants, if you have any queries, so kindly interact with the research person. Ravi sir, one question is in the chat box. So what are the components of policy development and implementation?
so we have a lot of ministries which are working on it, and each ministry has been given a target about achieving their target with respect to we have seen a lot of ministries, and they are given a target to complete. And as and days goes, they analyze the amount of vehicles sold, maybe with respect to incentives. If we are talking, what happened in China is that people have started improving or buying the vehicles at a higher rate. So automatically the government has reduced the policies. At the implementation level, we are seeing a lot, many much news on the development of a charging station at various places, which are continuously we are getting the news, and it is mainly due to the support of India government as well. So if we can explore such ideas with respect, maybe I've given a glimpse, maybe you can go through the Indian websites, so that we'll be able to make quite a good business with the electric vehicle infrastructure as well. Maybe I hope I have answered to the questions.
So thank you so much, sir. So I hope there is no further queries. So on behalf of organizing team and my own behalf, I express sincere gratitude to our today's resource person, Professor P. RaviKumar sir, who shared his wide research experience towards policy making and how trends are going in EV technology and real markets scenario, and how to make a policy towards an EV technology. So on behalf of all the participants, thank you so much for your spending a valuable time in this right occasion, sir. So thank you so much, sir. So participants, kindly make a feedback. So those who have completed the feedback, kindly leave the session. So next session will start on tomorrow by 10 a.m. So thank you for your valuable participation. Those who are completing a feedback sessions, you can kindly leave the session. The next session will be on tomorrow by 10 a.m.
Good afternoon, sir. For the organizer,
Yeah. Tell me, sir.
there is a kind request, Doctor. Whatever the recordings and PPTs are there, so it will be better to upload week wise. Otherwise, there is no use. Why?
Yeah.
Because the participant has to go through at least. So why? Because 4 or 5 FDP programs are going on. So they are doing like that. So if you post all the materials at a time, and one thing is we don't have the proper schedule. So just speakers are there, what are their topics, that's also we don't know. So that's what it is better according to my idea. So if you can share week wise, at least tomorrow for this entire week recordings and PPTs, so it will be helpful for the participants, please.
Sure, sir. Tomorrow afternoon we will share all those things, sir. Please.
Yeah, thank
Thank
you,
you.
thank you very much.